Hey guys, it's Gaming Jim with Creative Power, and today we're going to see what's on Jim's desk, and we're going to talk about the history of Magic the Gathering. We're going to do all the sets through Alpha, through the last one, probably, who knows what it's going to be, because it's going to keep on going, but we're going to go through all the sets. The first set we're going to start with is Alpha. Alpha was the first set ever. It came out in August of 1993. Now, here's the great part. In August of 1993, I was into baseball cards, and I got into Magic in 93. So I got into Alpha when it first came out, opened it, got all that stuff. It was great. So Alpha was the first set that ever came out from Wizards of the Coast. Now, it was their first trading card game, and it was great. They had this printed in another country in Belgium called Cardamonde. And we're going to talk about that in another video about Cardamonde and how they produce cards in it, because I'm the only dealer who's ever been there to see how cards are produced, so it's really great. But let's talk about Alpha, and let's talk about the numbers. The numbers of Alpha, they made 2.6 million cards for Alpha. Now, Alpha had a set, and there was 295 cards in the set. That including the land. Now, in this set, they made 5 different land and only 2 versions each for a total of 10 different, for 10 land. Now, they had 1,100 rares, 4,500 uncommons, and 15,900 commons. And that's what you got when you, started to collect the set and open the set. So, now, when Beta came out in October, because they sold out real quick, Beta had 302 cards. The reason Beta had more cards is because there was 2 cards left out of Alpha, and that was COP Black and the Volcanic Island, which is really weird. So if somebody ever comes up to you and says, I got an Alpha Volcanic Island, I'd be weary, or you got the rarest card in the world. So, now we're going to talk about Alpha. Now, Alpha's a little different than all the other cards because Alpha had rounded corners. Now, you can't really see right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a comparison of the 2 cards. So, if you can see the difference here. Now I'm going to put them down here and see if we can get them so you can see it. My hand's going to be in the way, but we're going to try to get right up close there and show you. You can see the roundedness of the Alpha compared to the sleekness of the Beta. I hope you can all see that real good. But that's the difference. Now Alpha was rounded, like I said, like regular playing cards, because these were made at a playing card factory. And then they found out they were too wide and they changed them. Now, for a long time, Alpha rounded corners were illegal because when you mix them with Beta, you could see them. So they banned them for a while. Now you can play them with OPEC sleeves, and it's really good. So now the product came 2 different ways when it first came out. It came in a 60-card starter deck, which came in a box of 10 displays like this. There was 10 of the decks, and this box came shrink wrapped, so you know. And each deck, in a minute I'll show you, came shrink wrapped. But here's the beauty part about this. When I show you later a Beta box, you can't tell the difference between a Beta starter and Alpha starter, because the only way you can do that is inside when I show you the Alpha starter, like here. So the Alpha starter had 60 cards in the deck. Here's what we got right here, if we can see that. There's 60 cards, and now this retailed for $7.95 for a deck. And you got 60 cards, which you got, if I remember correctly, you got 2 rares, 13 uncommons, and 45 commons. And a lot of them were land, by the way. I mean, you got a ton of land. But you needed land back then, because we made decks, and our decks weren't 60 cards back in the day. They were 40 card minimums. And you could have as many cards you want. You could have 10 Black Lotuses. You could have, 10 Fireballs. You could have 40 Fireballs and, a few land. You could do anything you wanted, because there were no rules back then. Anyway, what I'm going to try to show you right now, it's going to be hard on camera, but I'm going to try. See the bottom right here? The bottom has no barcode. Now, in a minute, I'm going to show you a picture of Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, where Beta has a barcode, and Unlimited has the word Unlimited written on it, and it also has a barcode. So we're going to put up that picture so you guys at home can see. Everybody can check that out. Alright, now you saw that. Now this right here, this deck, This deck retails from $45,000 to $69,000, depending on the provenance. And we're going to get in provenance later in another video because it's very important to make sure these decks are unsearched and, you know, all that stuff. Now you can see this is a really nice one that we have. We have this on our website. It is about $60-some thousand, but it's got a really good provenance. Comes from an excellent source that we can guarantee. So we have that right there. And I showed you that we had 10 of these, and it's awesome. Now, one thing about a starter, but they had some really weird stuff. A lot of the stuff you won't believe was hand collated and stuff came in. So you may not get exactly your common in a common spot or an uncommon in a rare spot. It could be mixed up because some of the stuff was hand collated. But the one thing you could get, and this is true, when you open in your rare slot, you could get what we call a basic island. We call it the rare island. So it was really, really awesome to get an island. Not really now because an island's not worth much as a Black Lotus and other stuff, but it was really cool. So the other item I want to show you that you got in a starter is this awesome rule book. Now, the rule book is really interesting because there's two different ones. They changed the alpha rule book. When they made beta, they changed it. Now, the only way you can tell is when you get to page 4. Now, page 4 says Wutzel. Now, I'm going to show you a picture with the two rule books right now, so take a look at that. And you can see page 4 says Wutzel, and on beta it said Introduction, and you start your first game. So that's the only, you know, major part. And rule books now go for a lot of money because they're in alpha. So next up we have the alpha booster box. Now 36 packs came in this box. $2.45 a pack. That is unheard of now. Super cheap. And all these boxes did not come sealed like you see your newer boxes with shrink wrap. Even the beta boxes didn't come sealed to the last 10% of the print one. But you got 36 booster packs here, and I'm going to show you a booster pack. Because in the booster pack here, you got 15 cards. Now, in the 15 cards, you got 1 rare, 3 uncommons, and 11 commons. And about 6 of those commons were land. You got tons of land in the set because we needed it. Now, here's the interesting part about an alpha booster pack. If you compare this to a beta booster pack, the only way you can tell is to take a light and shine it through the back of the pack. To shine it through the back of the pack and see the rounded corners like we showed you before on this card right here. That's the only way you can tell. Now, in the early days, what we did is we actually took the packs and felt them with our fingers. We found out that was bad because it made it look like you searched the pack. Because these packs can be kind of searched. Because see this white border up here? Some people say they can push the cards up and see what the cards are. Now, I've never searched a pack in my entire life because I have tons of Magic cards and absolutely I'm too lazy. But you got to be really, really know where you get these packs from to make sure that they're unsearched, or people tell you that they've possibly been searched. But anyway, these packs right now go from anywhere 10 to 15,000 or even more, depending on the provenance of the pack or where they come from. Now, I can tell you that I have not seen a whole box of alpha in, God, 10 or 15 years, but that's what we got. They're hard to come by. People tell you they got a box of wrapped alpha at home, I wouldn't believe them. So, now, the biggest thing about the alpha set is the amazing cards that came out of it. And there was tons of cards. You know, we said there was 295 cards before, but there's certain iconic cards that you just can't get anywhere else except for Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited. But the biggest card, the star of the show, is the Black Lotus. And I got one here for you right here. Nice Lotus right there. That's an Alpha Black Lotus. You can tell by the rounded corners. You can see. Actually, I got 2 cards behind it, but hopefully you can't see the other card. Now that card right there, we have on our website for $250,000. This is the most iconic card out of Magic the Gathering. You know, this card is so hard to get in this condition that's why it brings these prices. So, but the Black Lotus is the card, and they made it in Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited. That's the only 3. Now, Alpha and Beta were black bordered, where Unlimited was white bordered. So, hopefully you got that right there. Now, there's other cool iconic cards that came out through the set. The next one here is Sarah Angel. That's an uncommon. Now, here's a great thing. When I was back in 1993, you know, trading for these cards at Gen Con, I saw that Moxes and Black Lotuses were only going for $8 to $10. I mean, I got Moxes at $5, $8, and Lotuses $8 to $10. But if I want a Sarah Angel, a Force of Nature, or some other big creatures, they were $20 because people thought these were better in the beginning than Black Lotuses and Moxes. People didn't know the casting cost of 0 was amazing. But out of all the cards, Sarah Angel is another awesome iconic card. And so is Royal Assassin. Everybody loves Royal Assassin. He's iconic. Now, the other big thing that we're going to come up with next, you can see Royal Assassin, awesome card. People like that. The biggest thing about the Alpha series is the Power 9 cards. There are 9 awesome cards. And right now, you're going to see a picture of all of them. Show you a picture. It's easier just to show you a nice picture. And you can see they come from Ancestral Recall, Black Lotus, all 5 Moxes, Time Twister, Time Walk. We're going to show you a couple of the Moxes now. We got a Mox Pearl right here. That card in that condition goes for a pretty penny. Then after that, we got a Mox Emerald. Now, the other 3 that I don't have here is Mox Jet, Mox Sapphire, and Mox Ruby. Those are the other 3 of the power cards. So the next one of the Power 9 that I got is I didn't have a Time Walk with me, but I do have a Time Twister. Now these cards were so powerful, they took them out after Unlimited because of the print, the last print run. People just could do amazing things, turn 1 kills, things like that. So. Now another awesome iconic card, and probably the iconic card of the whole set, besides the Black Lotus as a creature, was the Siobhan Dragon. Everybody loves dragons in all kind of fantasy stuff, and the Siobhan Dragon is probably the card for being iconic, especially for a rare. So another cool iconic card that personally one of my favorites, and it's a common card, the Lightning Bolt. Simple, 1 red, 3 damage, pretty awesome. So, but like I said, the biggest card in the set that's worth the most money is the Power 9 and the Lotus. If it wasn't for the Lotus, I don't know if the set would be that good, but it is big. So we have the Black Lotus. Like I said, you want to see this card? It's on our website. Now I showed you everything that has to do with Alpha. I don't think I missed anything, but it's been 27 years, so you never know. But hopefully you like all this and you want to know more. If you have any questions or anything at all, you can always email me at gamingjim@gradedpower.com. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions. If you think I missed something or overlooked or you have a question about Alpha, we'll be happy to tell you. But an Alpha starter, an Alpha Black Lotus, and an Alpha booster pack. I don't know if you can get all this. You know, full box, a full box. This is your Alpha. The next segment we'll talk about Beta. It's basically almost the same thing. Just a few more different things we can talk about. But we're going to go through, like I said, all the way from Alpha to Zendikar. We'll go through all of it. We'll show you the different packs, what they came in, starters, precons, and everything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it down below on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. Need some thumbs up. Also, if this is the first time watching it, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's YouTube/GradedPower. I'm Gaming Jim. Hopefully you enjoyed our history today of Alpha. And I hope you guys have a great day and stay safe out there. Thanks.